So what in the world just got reported? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and we're here to break it down. So it says, breaking: the U.S. Labor Department revises 911,000 jobs out of the data reported in the last 12 months, ending in March of 2025. The U.S. job market is far weaker than what was reported. So why do these revisions exist? How did 911,000 jobs get reported that didn't actually exist? Let's go ahead and break it all down. Again, I really hope that you learned something new in this video. And if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. Well, if you've been paying attention, these revisions have become more significant because it seems like they are often reporting things that don't actually exist. And this reporting of this revision definitely exceeded Wall Street's expectation, which is why we saw the market react the way that it did. This report, although it did initially cause, for some reason, the market to gap up, I think because the revisions show that, yes, the labor market is actually weaker than what was expected. So that solidifies or adds more certainty to more rate cuts to come from the Federal Reserve. The market quickly gave it back and then began to sell off, because if you actually pay attention to what this data is telling you, it's not good news. So very quickly, why do these revisions exist? So the whole point of these revisions existing is to improve the accuracy of the employment data. So the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reports this data, but unfortunately, there are businesses that when they report this data, later update this data with more definitive information from unemployment insurance records to provide a more accurate picture of the labor market. So what I want you to understand is that in the last 12 months up until March of 2025, there were 911,000 more jobs that were reported within those 12 months, right? 12 months up to March 2025. But when this revision gets announced, now it shows that, hey, 911,000 of those jobs that were reported in the last 12 months didn't actually exist. So now this shows that, wow, less jobs were actually created than what was expected. But if you've been paying attention, the jobs that have been reported recently have been already weaker than what was expected. So now this just means that now it's even weaker than what was expected, because now 911,000 of those jobs were not actually created. So now this just, again, adds more certainty that, yes, the labor market is incredibly weak. Those people that are telling you that they are applying for jobs but they're just not getting hired is true. We're all seeing it. The actual economy is not doing well. The stock market is not a representation of the health of our economy. It is often a forecast or a projection of what investors think these companies or our economy will begin to do, not that it's currently doing. So again, jumping back into this, it makes sense on why the market might be panicking, because now this is where Trump is going to go most likely on social media and say, too late, Powell, too slow, Powell needs to be cutting interest rates by 75 basis points or a full 100 basis points on the next FOMC meeting. Because again, if you guys do not know, next week we have the FOMC rate decision. 1 week and 2 days from now, 1 week and 1 day from now, there's a 95.9% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to be cutting interest rates by 25 basis points, or a 4.1% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to be cutting interest rates by 50 basis points. But the certainty is that there is going to be a rate cut instead of a rate pause, which is what we've seen for 2025. So this is what the market's been asking for. Let's see how the market reacts as the market gets what it's been asking for. But with that being said, it's not good. It shows that there is weakness in our labor market. It shows that there is weakness in our economy. And that is why the market reacted the way that it did. I just wanted you to understand the importance of these revisions and why they exist. It bothers me as well that, hey, why are these companies not actually reporting true numbers? But also, if you pay attention to kind of like what our government has been asking is, okay, well, our government has been wanting rate cuts. So they've been trying to show to some degree a slowdown in our labor market, but I guess just not as much of what it was that was actually being reported. So many businesses don't have their payroll data ready for the initial survey, leading to backlogs of responses is the common understanding of why there's incomplete data that is being reported. But other than that, I wanted to quickly show you one of my trades that I took today for PLTR. I took this during today's live trading session. We waited for PLTR to become overbought, retest previous resistance range. If you pay attention to PLTR, it's been consolidating for the past few days. So it's pretty easy to understand overbought and oversold levels. So once we saw that setup of it testing overbought levels, I opened up a short position, ended up selling off. I covered that short mostly. I left a few shares open as it ripped back up, opened short again, covered again, and now it's kind of forming these lower highs, and we'll see if it ends up breaking the support. Right now, so far on the day, $2,600 on the day. I've reduced my short pretty much to 150 shares, so relatively very light. I'll probably add more to it if it becomes more overbought, and then I'll close it as we approach those oversold levels. Just wanted to do my part in keeping you guys up to date. And again, I trade live every single morning right at market open. You get to see all of my good trades, all of my bad trades every single day. If you are someone that learns best by watching other people do, why not watch me trade live for less than $1.35 a day is what it breaks down to with the current sale we have going on. If you want to sign up, second link in the description down below. You get access to the LPP lesson library, which is all new and updated. It's LPP 3.0. You get access to our daily live sessions and the LPP Discord chat. All included, one-time payment, lifetime access. And again, it breaks down to as little as $1.35 a day for the current sale we have going on. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.